Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandanubhavaswadam, sarvaroga nivarakam, vande papa vinashaktam. Nithyanandaya swagatam, nityamuktam nirvikalpam, dhyanaloka pradipakam, vande shantamayam bandham. Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandagandha sancharam, sarvopadhi vinirmuktam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
Teleportation means dismantling an object just through the mental power. I can say the mental power is too small word, deeper than mind. Maybe I can say energy, that will be the better word. Through the energy, dismantling an object and transporting it in the air and assembling it again, the place we need. So we already did a pilot study. Just yesterday we had a pilot study, very successful. But I need time, like maybe 1 hour. The whole team has to sit with me, like a media, scientist, and the person who is receiving, the place where it is going to be teleported, the place where it is going to see that, the place where it will be kept also under the control of the scientist, the place where it need to reach also will be under the control of scientists. So we will demonstrate in the controlled condition.
Today the subject itself is materialization, teleportation and its benefits to humanity. Let me explain the science of teleportation. All objects are energy particles. It can be dismantled and assembled again. By the same energy. All the objects are made out of energy. So energy can be dismantled, moved, assembled anywhere, as the whole base remains as energy. What is its benefit to humanity? See, when somebody receives some teleported material in their hand or in their body, or sits in the presence of a place where the receiving is happening, the whole space vibrates in the highest frequency. By whom teleportation happens? The other day the scientists were explaining to me, A is a teleporter, B is a teleported object, C is the place where it is teleported. B and C vibrates the same frequency of A, only then the B disappears in B place and appears in C place. So when there is a teleportation happening in your hand or in your presence, your very body and mind raises to the highest frequency. That is the benefit to humanity. And that object itself is not a big thing. The object teleported itself does not matter much. It is just little vibhuti or kumkum or all that. But the vibration of teleportation is something extraordinary. Please understand. Dismantling and assembling can happen only in Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means where the creation has happened. The cosmic mother's womb, Jagat Janani, Meenakshi. So now, when I am doing the dismantling and assembling, teleporting or materializing, this whole area becomes the Hiranyagarbha, the intense presence of Jagat Janani, mother of the universe, divine feminine consciousness. So when you sit inside, mind also goes through a great transformation, amazing transformation. All you need to do is pick up these ideas and even just put, you don't even need to put much effort, just decide, you will start living, that's it, nothing else. See, when you are in somebody's presence who is melting diamonds, can't he melt the little bit of mud in your brain? He can. His words becomes a strong self-interest of your system. Understand? Whatever I am uttering, it becomes your own interest. Only your belief, no, 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 it is not, I should have my own interest. That is what is the only impediment. Take it up, decide for what I am saying. Immediately you will express whatever I am saying, that you are independent, intelligent, enlightened, Swayam Prakasa, self-illuminating. You will experience it. And not only that, all the positive things of those experiences will start expressing in your life. Just all you need to do is make a decision to vote for what I am saying, nothing else. It becomes, you will suddenly discover, this is your self-interest, your muscle memory. This is your very innermost intelligence. You are fighting with it for such a long time, foolishly. Just if you sit in the presence of a master space where the teleportation, materialization, like this, high intense activities are going on, your brain will pick up many extraordinary capacities. The non-mechanical parts of your brain will be awakened. The teleportation or materialization is directly useful because of that highest frequency. In which the happenings are happening, the frequency where you are there for the happening, the energy field where this kind of materials getting dismantled, moved, appeared, all these things happens. When you go and sit there, the information teleportation also happens to you. Please understand. More than a money teleportation or the object teleportation, when I say money, I am not meaning currency, I am saying some object. Money valued object. The information teleportation also a great process. When you are in my presence and I am doing teleporting and all this materialization and everything, you may not receive the solid object like Vibhuti, Kumkum, Rudraksha in your hand, but you will receive the information which I am releasing related to enlightenment, successful life, health. See, your body is just nothing but a computer. It can be just programmed. See how I programmed my body. No pain and no pain. It can be programmed same way, even your bodies. Just software, nothing else. Even this teleportation, how I do? Just a programming only. All right, let it happen. You see, it's like I heat you up in my presence, then program it. That's all. Heating up is connecting electricity. And typing the words and developing a program is whatever I am uttering. Whatever words I am uttering is just like programming. When I say that let there be kumkum happening everywhere, it happens. That's all. It's a programming. When the heat is felt, the programming happens. And there are 101 great truths which I don't express verbally, gets teleported into all your systems. Understand? Teleportation of the information happens in you, even if the vibhuti and kumkum does not happen in your hand. That is the benefit. That is the benefit of materialization and teleportation for humanity.
When your Kundalini is awakened properly through the initiation of an enlightened master, your brain reaches the highest coherence, highest conscious coherence, and your non-mechanical parts of the brain gets awakened. Please understand, your brain has two different parts. Mechanical parts means the parts which are responsible for your function of the heart, the heart's function, the function of the lungs, function of the kidney. These parts are all mechanical. It will be functioning for all the human beings. Whoever is healthy, for all human beings, for all of them it will be functioning. But the non-mechanical parts of the brain, those parts are responsible for the extraordinary powers like telepathy, teleporting, and we call it teleporting the information and teleporting the material.
Besides this, we actually did some other studies. Yesterday actually we did a same EEG study on Ma Nirantara, and during the process she actually materialized a small Rudraksh, which we have recorded. She had very unusual brain waves. If you look at the 5th and 6th circles, where you see some blue and red color, this is the theta power and the beta power. In fact, her zones were completely black, global, and that is a phenomenon that even Dr. Kanak Pandey, who has been working with this machine for 20 years, has never seen before. So apparently that is the period when teleportation has taken place, but we have yet to do studies.
Doctor,
Now,
have you ever seen this kind of a high peak wave? Or that?
No, not in my regular practice, never. I saw once, last time, when I had visited ashram, first time. So not earlier, but here is. Now is my repeat.
Pratyaksha Pada Puja. Offer your gratitude to the lotus feet of Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Pratyaksha Pada Puja is a rare opportunity in a lifetime to express your surrender and gratitude directly at the feet of the Master, daily at 7 a.m. IST. You can register for e-Pada Puja online. You can receive individual darshan and blessings after the puja. You can send your blessings request to ntv@nithyananda.org or call 91-974-22-03311. Make the best use of this rare opportunity to be in the space of the living enlightened Master.
This is study. One doctor was sitting and chatting with me. He's a researcher in the line of physics, neurology, and spirituality. He was talking about something called entanglement. Certain atoms are vibrating in certain frequencies. In some other part of the world, another one atom, if both of them are made to vibrate in the same frequency, something called entanglement happens between these two. So the information passed to this one automatically passed to that one also. So for the information teleportation, this entanglement is used. Please understand. In entanglement, the distance between these two atoms is lost. It becomes one space. This entanglement happens at the level of ether. Teleportation happens in the level of energized ether. See, in the entanglement, space becomes one, but time is there. In the energized ether, time becomes one. So space has no value. In the ether, through entanglement, two atoms vibrating in same frequency, informations can be teleported. That's what I call teleportation of Saraswati. That's what exactly I am doing when I am giving a satsang. Please understand, more than the words I am uttering, I am teleporting the very frequency in which my Anandanda, my very inner space is vibrating in you. See, in the space level entanglement happens. The time level, that is where the teleporting happens. Object disappearing and appearing. That is the movement of Lakshmi. In entanglement, movement of Saraswati. In teleportation, movement of Lakshmi. The next, in consciousness, movement of Durga. Initiation, direct enlightenment. In direct enlightenment, there is no movement. Just enlightenment and enlightenment. That's all. Understand these three truths. Entanglement, where knowledge is teleported. Teleportation, just in time, where the materials are moved. The next level, where consciousness catches the consciousness. Yesterday we had a samyama, night 8 o'clock in the temple. All our brahmacharis and brahmacharinis were piercing their ears. I went there to see how the samyama can help them to handle the pain. I saw these guys, because already they are levitating, not a single fellow had any pain. That is one side. I was sitting there, I was training these people for the teleportation. I kept a vibhuti cup near me and asked some of these brahmacharis and brahmacharinis to sit and meditate. Maybe just some 3 to 4 minutes. 2 brahmacharis, means one brahmachari and one brahmacharini, started having vibhuti in their hand. Samyama was successful. But the important thing is, This kind of samyamas has to be done directly under supervision, because it creates such an intense energy inside. First thing, you should not become egoistic and arrogant. Second thing, that whole energy should be used for love and compassion. Understand? Energy is dangerous if it happens in you without maturity. Like a child getting the knife. When he doesn't know how to use it, how to handle it, if he gets a knife, it is dangerous. It's risky. Energy is useful only if it is in the matured right hands. I really feel happy when all these extraordinary powers like a materialization, teleporting, all these have started expressing through my body. Not because of any arrogance or ego or showing off. I always felt, see, my teachers, my masters, my mentors, all of them were continuously showing miracles to me. That was such an excitement. See, some of my disciples have a deep feeling, I am not levitating, you are not giving that experience to me. I had the same feeling maybe for 2-3 years when I was practicing. But I always felt nothing like that solid is being expressed to my disciples. Disciples who are working with me. How will their inspiration be kept alive? Just words cannot. I know. I have seen. I wanted to tell all of you who are receiving extraordinary energy and extraordinary experiences and extraordinary powers and miracles from me, don't become egoistic by it. People, all of you who are receiving vibhuti, kumkum, all other objects in your hand, understand, don't become egoistic. Be very clear. Again and again surrender to the Master's feet. It's your Leela. Leave all the glory to the divine, to the cosmos. See my example. I do not get elated by all this materializing. Okay. So when you receive, don't become egoistic. Say it is His grace. Let it be His glory. When you surrender again and again and again, the more and more energy explosion starts happening in you. More and more you receive. You will not have all other impure emotions. You will become a pure ecstasy and joy. Renounce energy when it happens to you. Be unclutched. There are some people who come and tell me, Swamiji, once vibhuti came in my hand, kumkum came in my hand, after that it's not coming. Means you become clutched. You become arrogant. You become egoistic. Don't allow that. If it has happened once, surrender it. Let me not become egoistic by it. Let me not become arrogant by it. Let the divine do whatever it wants through my body. Let me be pure channel. You will simply receive every day. It is surrender which is a catalyst which makes Shakti into Buddhi, energy into intelligence. Intelligence is the ultimate, not just energy.
Kailash, the abode of Shiva. Explore the peak of mystery with Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a living enlightened master to the most sacred pilgrimage destination on earth. Added bonus, a visit to Madurai is added to the itinerary of the full trip with Swamiji after returning from Kailash. For more information or to register, visit n-yatras.nithyananda.org or write us at n.yatras@nithyananda.org.
I'll speak the science of the teleportation. Of course, it takes a lot of time to master this kind of samyamas, but let it be on record. Even this small teleportation which I am doing, little vibhuti and little kumkum or rice, even in this sometime I feel the things which I have not sent are coming. I am really surprised. There is some discrepancy. I am working on it. Sometimes the things which are not disappearing are happening, or things which has disappeared 10 days before are appearing. So even with the small samyamas, there is a lot of stability and training is required. To teleport your whole body takes maybe if we can start training the kids, it is possible. If you start a child training in the samyamas at the age of 7, by 21 they would have mastered. That is possible. But for elders, even the small things which I am doing, this vibhuti, kumkum, or this little akshata, lot of discrepancies, means which disappeared comes after so many days, and which has not even disappeared is appearing. Like this, there are some discrepancies. That's the reason I am still working and making more tuning to happen. You need to become a pure hollow bamboo. Only then the happening happens without disturbance. That exact incident which we want happens without disturbance and discrepancy. With padakas, no problem, because they don't have a logic, no problem at all. The moment I say, it comes. Yesterday night before we kept this padakas, we wiped it thoroughly. But by the time I started the initiation, wherever my eyes are falling, all the places vibhuti has started coming. Padakas are matter, so there is no problem. But when it involves with a human being, when your logic interferes, a little bit of discrepancy happens. We'll work on it. Yesterday I was working with 2-3 brahmacharis for teleportation. Almost it happened in the hand, just their fear, who knows, it might not have happened, it disappeared. Almost it became a matter, just that fear, like a skin, that fear was covering and did not allow the materialization to happen. So, I'll explain the sutra. Maybe we can start training kids. I wanted at least 1 lakh yogis traveling around the world teaching this science. Nithyananda Nada yogis. Once you master the teleportation, then after that, materialization is nothing like if you completely unclutch and if it happens, it is materialization. That's all. By 11-11-11, at least 10,000 people levitating. By 12-12-12, at least 10,000 people able to teleport. By 2020, at least 1 lakh Nada yogis. We will start teaching kids all these signs. Elders also can do, but a lot of physical cleaning is required, like cleaning the nose regularly, cleaning the stomach. Your body need to realize the tanmatras. Let me explain the technical term. The ability to go up or come down in different frequencies. Please understand. Now, if I am teleporting akshada, rice, usually what happens in that space, the material's frequency gets raised to the subtle level. Naturally, in the subtle level, it can just fly. It doesn't even need to fly, it can just disappear and appear, quantum. It just disappears here and appears there. Not even micro-millisecond, no time gap. It appears and gets assembled. Understand? But your body, where that rice is appearing, that part also for a moment should raise to that subtle level and receive that rice and come back to the physical level. For that, you need to continue to remain as a pure channel. Sometime I see the akshata disappears, supposed to go to somebody's hand, goes to somebody else's hand. Which shouldn't, why, you know, when it goes to some 2-3 people, if one person is not receptive, he was supposed to receive, but it doesn't get materialized in his hand. But if somebody else is ready for that frequency, it happens in his hand. It is like when the possibility of raising yourself to the highest frequency is allowed by you in you. That is what I call tanmatra. Allowing your frequencies to be floating upper and lower as required means changing the tanmatra. Ability to flow into any frequency. Please understand, this is a very important truth. Tanmatra of the food is smell. Tanmatra of your body is your subtle body which you experience during dream state. If you just remember the body you experience during dream state, you will see it is all broken. You will not have leg properly, you will not have head properly, you will not have hand properly. Try to remember. Because you are not keeping physical body properly. That is why the subtle body is not proper. First step to purify the subtle body, to raise yourself to any frequency is at least 6 months you should do workout. Yoga and the new form of yoga which I developed as a Yen fitness. Whole day, all 21 points of your body should have that subtle sweet pain of muscle building. Means at least 3 times you have to work out. Each time 1 hour. So 108 Surya Namaskar. Each time, understand. And some heavy weightlifting. All 24 hours your body should have, the 21 points of your body should have that sweet pain. When you do the heavy workout, you will have that sweet pain. That should be there throughout your body at least for 6 months. Means 6 months you should do N fitness session for 3 hours a day, 3 times a day. 1 hour each session, like that 3 sessions. Then you will see in the dream, when you remember your form, it will be complete. It will not be broken. Your tanmatra and physical body will be in tune. This is the first step. First step itself, many of you have decided, no, this is not for me. Then why should I talk about the second step? If I talk about the second step, the remaining few people who are having confidence also. That is why I told we can train the kids for these samyamas. These samyamas are like stories you should listen and enjoy. And after the session you should tell, we can train our kids. Actually, these are the samyamas meant for the teachers who will use these samyamas to train the kids. The second level of this samyama is, you should slowly learn to live with the absence of sound. Please understand. When somebody talks to you with a 3 feet distance, you will listen the sound. When somebody talks to you from 10 feet, you will listen mildly. When somebody talks to you from the 100 feet, just by the air which is released from that person's mouth, you should be able to find out exact words, what he is uttering. You need to have the ability to live with the absence of sound. You should be able to smell the absence of smell. You should be able to feel the absence of touch. You should be able to feel the absence of taste. You should be able to feel the absence of scene. Understand? The ability to live just by the smell of the food, ability to experience the ecstasy by the absence of touch. It means you should feel ecstatic just by the moon shining on your skin without any touch. You should feel ecstatic by the absence of sound. You should feel ecstatic by the absence of smell. I can give you one example. When it rains, you will have that smell of the sand. That is one example of absence of smell. When all smells are absent in the air, that's what actually happens. When it rains, the rain cleans the whole air. So the natural smell of the sand is felt first time by our nose. It is not that the smell of the sand is not there now. It is there. But our nose has become so dumb. I don't even know the word. Or the air is polluted by so many other smells, we don't smell that. Ability to smell the absence of smells. If you are able to smell the sand, the smell of the earth, when it, you see, you will be able to smell that during the rain. After the rain, you will have that smell of the land. If you are wondering how it will be, then you are not even able to smell at that time. You cannot smell the sand or the land, even earth, at that time. If you are able to smell the earth continuously all the time, you are able to smell the absence of smells. Ability to smell the absence of smells, ability to smell the absence of sound, ability to see the absence of scenes mean with closed eyes you should be able to see the whole thing. Now I was able to see actually. It took some 3-4 seconds. Actually, if you close your eyes now, you may be able to see all these bright lights, frames inside you. If you train your eyes, you will be able to see even the light radiated by the human body. See, if this is 100 watt, 100 unit light, human body radiates some 20 unit. Your eyes are capable of seeing the 100 unit. Even if it is if you close your eyes, you can see that frame. 100 unit frame you can see inside. If you train it, you will be able to see even the 20 unit frame inside. That is what is the tanmatra power of eyes. Why the cats and dogs can see in the dark? This is the way they can see. They can see even the lower frequency of light emission with closed eyes also. With open eyes also they can see, with closed eyes also they can see. The ability to see everything with closed eyes, you need to train the eyes separately for that. The ability to smell the earth 24 hours. The ability to listen to the sound from the distance. Actually, this can be done. You should have a small, maybe like a chanting box or automatic sound box, which gives certain sound in the same frequency. First, you should keep that 5 feet and do samyama on the sound. Then slowly increase it to 10 feet. And samyama on that sound, you will be able to listen that. Then make it into 20. If you are able to make 7 times of your height, you have mastered the samyama. If you are 6 feet, 6 feet into 7 times. In that distance, if you keep that box and able to listen, you have mastered that samyama. It is possible actually. For 5 days, you should keep 5 feet. Then 10 feet. Then next 5 days, 20 feet like that. It is possible. The ability to see the scenes with closed eyes, ability to smell the earth 24 hours, ability to listen the absence of sound, ability to feel the touch of even the moonshine. Sit in the moonlight and try to feel the touch. If you come inside the room, you should feel moon is not touching you. If you sit in the moonshine, you should feel the moon is touching you. Developing the sensitivity to that level. Already many of you have decided, okay, it's okay. Don't forgive yourself for being insensitive. Being insensitive is crime. I am not saying punish yourself, no. Rehabilitate yourself. Don't forgive yourself. Don't punish yourself. Rehabilitate yourself. Ability to move your physical plane to the tanmatras. This is the second level. I know third level nobody is interested in listening. Doing samyama, meditation, on the changes you go through when you move from physical to subtle. Physical to subtle. That's all. This is the third step. First, understand. Realizing the tanmatra starts with preparing your dream body. How you can heal your dream body? 24 hours you should feel the sweet pain of the body getting built. The muscle getting built at least for 6 months. Then your dream body will be healed, subtle body will be healed. Second level, start doing these 5 samyamas. As I said, you should be able to see all the frames with closed eyes, all the sounds even from the distance of 7 times of your height. And you should be able to feel the taste of the food just by the smell. Keep the sweet payasam and do samyama on that smell. And feel what you feel in your tongue, how you feel the sweetness in your tongue because of the smell of the sweet payasam. Now just now the moment I uttered the word, something happens in the throat, you see. Do samyama on that. More than the sweet payasam, gongura chutney. Immediately the throat responds. Do samyama on it. You should be able to have that experience just by the smell without tasting the food. If you taste the food, eat how you feel full, complete. That should happen just by the smell. Then you reach the tanmatra level of the tongue. Then the tanmatra for the skin is the ability to feel the moon's touch. So seeing, listening, smelling, tasting, touching. In these 5, if you move from the physical to subtle through these samyamas, it's second step. The third is this movement of the physical to subtle. Meditate on that. Do samyama on that. How the transition happens. Then you will be able to do the transition anywhere you want and appear anywhere you want. That's all. Very simple. The science of teleporting yourself. Please understand. You may feel it is impossible. Impossible is the word exists only in the dictionary of fools.
Nitya Kriya, restoring Hatha Yoga to the world. A series of healing yogic processes revealed by Paramahamsa Nithyananda to care and cure for diseases and disorders. Practice Nitya Kriya and awaken your Kundalini energy. To find out more, visit www.nithyananda.org/nitya-kriyas.
See, sadhana is nothing but programming your biomemory to reflect your consciousness as much as you can. If the consciousness can reflect on your biomemory more and more extraordinary powers are expressed. That's all. See, now when I materialize or teleport Vibhuti or Kumkum on some devotee's house or some devotee's hands, all I do is just I align them to the superconscious state. That's all.
The whole East, all Eastern religions, or the faith groups, masters, mystics, whoever is from East, continuously they work on Agnya Chakra. They work on the third eye. Whether it is Hinduism or Jainism or Buddhism, any other spiritual group from the East, they will be working on the third eye. Third eye is a great gift given to the planet Earth from or by the East. This third eye, to awaken this third eye, this Agnya Chakra, according to my knowledge, at least 5,000 techniques are there. At least 5,000. There is no master or no teacher who has not worked on the third eye in the East. In the East, spirituality starts with third eye. Anybody who enters into the spiritual life, the first thing they do is start working on the third eye. Even in a regular life in India, continuously people work on the third eye. Sometimes indirectly, without knowing, even this kumkum, this keeping the kumkum, is a technique to work on the third eye. Constantly you will be aware of third eye. For third eye, attention is food. If you start giving your attention to third eye, it will be awakened. It will start directly expressing energy. It will start expressing the pure consciousness. All yogic powers are expressed from this third eye only. All yogic powers. Whether it is the power of materializing or the power of teleporting or power of telling the future or power of making your dreams into reality, everything is from this third eye only. Third eye is the most powerful energy center.
Actually, to send Vibhuti Kumkum or to heal people is much easy job. This teleportation law is very easy job. Then using the right word and inspiring your brain and mind to get awakened, to achieve enlightenment. You will be really surprised. I am telling you, now the job which I am doing, it is because it is so physical and you are able to see, you think it is a big job. But it is not. It is very easy for me. Just now one more message is coming. Lancaster Center received kumkum from the Padakas. This is actually not a job, a big job at all. If I just sit and drink my cup of coffee, it will happen by itself. See, those things all come under Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tirobhava. Means creation, maintenance, destruction and putting into illusion. So this materialization and teleporting will come under the category of creation. That is not a job at all. But to inspire the individual who is in delusion to get enlightened is the job. That is the most important, I can say, most difficult job. Because these fellows are not ready to listen. Today, first time, in an intense energy field, my body expressed the materialization and teleportation. Why it happened, inside the Garbhamandira Paramashivoham, the Abhishek Vibhuti of Paramashivoham directly had to to our hands. Remove his hands. And the kumkum from the feet of the Guru directly got teleported. So remove his hands. Why if it is a black magic, it will not work in the intense energy fields. There is a solid proof. The energy which is expressing through this body is an incarnation energy, super conscious energy. If it is some Yakshini Vidya or black magic, it will not work in the energy fields like Arunachaleshwara temple or all these great temples. If it is some black magic or Yakshini Vidya, you can do it somewhere outside, but not inside the Garbhamandir. The Garbhamandir is a sacred energy center where no other energy can cross. That's all I said. If that and this is radiating same energy, let this vibhuti move, that's all. Simply it moved. I told them to collect the vibhuti also. Now we are going to scientifically prove the vibhuti which came in our hand and the vibhuti which was given after prasadam from Arunachaleshwara's body at Shivalinga, both are same quality, same vibhuti. We will prove now through scientific research. I did not do as a teleportation or a materialization. I just relaxed and said, if Achala Murti and Sachala Murti is one and the same, let it happen. That's all. Because the egoistic Siddhi cannot be expressed in front of Arunachaleshwara. He has destroyed ego of one, Brahma and Vishnu. Understand? He destroyed and made even Brahma and Vishnu's ego as the dust. Egoistic miracle or Siddhi cannot be expressed in front of Arunachaleshwara. It's a fire. When Brahma and Vishnu's drama did not work out. In front of Arunachaleshwara. In front of Arunachaleshwara you cannot say, who is big? No. The moment if somebody thinks I am big, that's all. In front of him, only he can be big. Only his energy can radiate. Nothing else can act or function. People ask me, what is the significance of facing the Kalpataru Bididi banyan tree? Understand, Bididi banyan tree is used as an energy satellite to send intense energy and spiritual experiences and everything to all of you, and to receive all your prayers and fulfill by the superconscious energy. Bididi banyan tree, the Kalpataru banyan tree is used as the energy satellite by the superconscious energy, by divine, by God, to reach out to all of you. Please understand, even the materials which you are receiving, vibhuti, kumkum, sandalwood, paste, honey, rudraksha. Now I am going to start sending Navaratnas, 9 gems. The next is that only. Now the Rudraksha is very successfully happening. So the 9 gems will start in few days. I already started getting the gems. They are ready. I am just teleporting some, at least few hundred Rudrakshas. Once that becomes clear, then next starts gems. I am just collecting 1 or 2 Rudrakshas which got teleported and doing the scientific test that both are same quality and all that. Verification. Once that is done, the next is Navaratnas. I want all of you to know, all these objects, from the matter it becomes energy, it reaches to Bididi banyan tree, Kalpataru banyan tree, wherever the objects may be. See, even when the Akshatas were teleported from Madurai, it first came to this banyan tree, then to my Anandaganda. From there it travels to the disciple or a deity who is receiving. If the deity is receiving, it reaches to the deity. Or if the disciple is receiving, it reaches the Anandaganda of the disciple. Then it gets materialized in the hand. We already ordered for a scanner and some of the equipments necessary to trace these movements. In few months we will clearly scientifically prove how when some objects gets teleported, actually if you scan my body at that moment when I am saying it is moving, you can see that object entering into my body and getting disappeared through scan. That clear energy wave, that matter entering and getting dismantled and moving and entering into the disciple who is receiving in his Anandaganda, his or our Anandaganda, and getting assembled in the hand. We can very clearly show you. So Biddi banyan tree acts like a energy center, a relay and receiving center. Cosmos uses, the divine energy uses the Biddi Kalpavriksha banyan tree to relate with all of us, to relate with the world. I am seeing every day at least 2-3 places Vibhuti has started materializing. Yesterday I was trying some 9-8 places at a time. I think when the internet is overloaded, how it crashes, like that, it got overloaded. That is why it was a little struggling. I'll pick up some 3-4 and train. Actually, it is just a science, you see. It's like a receiver. Preparing those receivers is a big job. It's like any amount I can send, but the receivers needed to be prepared. It's almost like they need to upgrade their whole system. So I'll have to work with every receiver to upgrade them, remove all the virus and make them compatible for the high-speed internet connection. Almost all these things needs to be done. The same, just like internet only, this also. All right, we'll pick up few. It is very easy to send to Padukas because they don't have logic. It's just a matter, you see. It is just a matter which doesn't have a logic and which doesn't resist. And especially when it is energized, it is simply like my representative. My representative is there and it's very easy. But to a person who has a logic, sending it will be little, means his whole logic has to be purified and made to receive, receptive. That's why it takes little time. But I have decided before this Guru Purnima, July 25th, at least 25 people will be initiated into receiving or the teleported materials like a Vibhuti or Lingam or any material. And July 25th, Guru Purnima, we will have a public demonstration to the media on the science of teleportation. We will have a full-fledged public demonstration to the international media under the controlled conditions. All the people who are going to receive Vibhuti will be monitored by scientists and person who is going to send me.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bangalore, 562109. Contact 097422033111. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/lifeblissfoundation.
Welcome to Inner Awakening, the most powerful personal transformation retreat you could ever experience. In just 21 days, thousands are already experiencing the shortest route to constantly high energy levels, visible anti-aging, healing of chronic diseases, fulfilling relationships, and higher states of consciousness. What is the secret behind this transformation?
Kundalini means the inner potential energy. Once it is awakened, opens the different doors for the conscious experience in you. I can say which is a master key for all extraordinary spiritual experiences.
This extraordinary program is conducted personally by Paramahamsa Nithyananda in the vibrant atmosphere of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham Ashram. Open yourself to the benefits of Nitya Yoga and practical meditation. Experience physical and mental healing. Discover simple ways to handle life with success. Above all, enjoy individual darshan and blessings from Paramahamsa Nithyananda every day. Take 21 days for yourself and carry home the transformation of a lifetime.